Athletes, these are the standards for event number 4. Both athletes of the team are going to start off with their hands against the wall. You just need both hands to be touching the wall. At the count of 3, 2, 1, go, or whenever that timer goes, you guys are going to make your way, running or walking, up to you, your decision, all the way over to the ski and the bike. It starts off with a buy-in on a ski and a bike. Both machines must reach the designated calories before either athlete can move on. Now, while you're on this machine getting the designated calories, you guys can switch as much as you'd like. All that matters is both machines must be at the designated calories before either teammate can move on to the next station. So once again, you have to stay on these machines until both machines read the designated calories, even though you can switch as much as you want, and then you move on to the next. Now, moving on from there is going to be a hand release push-up. You're going to go all the way back to the starting segment. You're going to knock out hand release push-ups. For the scale division, you're going to go all the way down. Hands are going to be in a T with your elbows locked out underneath your head. So it's not going to be out in front of your head. It's going to be to the side in a T position. Then you're going to bring them back in. You can get up any way you please as long as at the top your hips and your shoulders are in line. So no saggy hips and no pike hips up here in the top either. Hips and shoulders have to be in line. Go back down for the next rep. Hands out into a T and then press back up. You can snake it up. You can get it up off your knees if you need to, and get it done reps any way that you need. Now, while your partner is completing these, if you know you're not going to do any of these and your partner's going to do all of them, you can be waiting at the dumbbell for your partner to complete. Once they're done with the designated push-ups for the scale division, you guys are going to go over and do synchronized dumbbell snatches. Now, the synchronization happens at the top, so both athletes must have their elbow shoulder extended, the bar over the top of their shoulder, not out in front, not out to the side. It needs to be over the top of the shoulder at the top, and then switch hands on the way down with both dumbbells, both heads of the dumbbell touching the ground at the same time. The athletes do not have to be synchronized at the bottom. You just have to be synchronized at the top. So that would count as a rep as long as they're synchronized at the top position. Now, as soon as you're done with these, we're moving our way on to the bar muscle ups. Once again, well, no, now we're going on to ring rows. So ring rows for the scale division, your heels must be in front of the line that's going to be taped up. So you see we have the tape mark already set up. You're then going to lean back. Legs must remain locked out. You can use your hips to kip as much as you like, but legs have to be locked out. And at the bottom, your arms must be locked out. So elbows are fully extended, all the way locked out, and you have to get your chest all the way to these rings. So rings have to make contact with your chest in order for the repetition to count, and knees have to remain locked out the entire time. Anything outside of that counts as a rep. Now, as soon as you're done with that, say you're doing all those ring rows. Partner number 2 can be hanging out at the double under or at the single unders, and we're just doing single unders here. So this is just one time under. You're doing the designated number of reps. As soon as you finish that, if you know only one person is going to do it, the other person can be waiting back at the push-up spot. So hand release push-up spot. When your judge points to you, boom, that means it's time for you to go. Then you're knocking out reps. As soon as that's done, you're going to move on to those synchronized dumbbell snatches, back to the ring rows, then back to those single unders. You're going to have 12 minutes to get as many rounds and repetitions as possible as soon as you finish up with that buy-in in the beginning.